Hey, Keyforge Corner here. Today we have another ruling video. So, destructive analysis. Now, with this card you gain an ember, and it says play, deal 2 damage to a creature, and you may purge any number of cards from your archives to deal an additional 2 damage to the same creature for each card purged this way. So, this is a pretty interesting card. And when you look at cards like Zookeeper, he is an elusive, and he says put an enemy creature into your archives, and if that creature leaves your archives, it is put into your owner's hand instead. So, technically, when you look at those 2 cards next to each other, you think to yourself, wow, it's like a match made in heaven. Because even on the pictures themselves, it's the same guy. It must have been made for each other, right? No. Now let me tell you what's gonna happen. So, when you activate Destructive Analysis, you deal 2 damage to a creature, and then you can purge any number of cards from your archives in order to deal more damage, right? So let's say with Zookeeper, you archived a few of your opponent's creatures, right? And you think to yourself, wow, this way I can just get rid of them and do more damage to my opponent's creatures? That's great. This way, his cards are no longer going to clog up my archives. However, the big problem we have here is that Zookeeper himself, in his card text, does not allow this combo to work. And that's because the ability of his says that if those creatures were to leave your archives, they are put into the owner's hand instead. He himself specifically says, well, no, these cards leave, they have to go to your opponent's hand. No way in hell that you're gonna banish them. Now, this obviously has been added here so that when you pick up your archives, the cards that are originally your opponent's are gonna go to him, right? But there's no keyword for picking up archives used here. It's general for when cards leave your archives. And since you try to make them leave by purging them, that means that they're gonna go to your opponent's hand. And that also means that you didn't purge anything, because you just added stuff to your opponent's hand. You didn't purge nothing. So you're not gonna do any more extra damage either. So even though those 2 cards obviously look like they should work together beautifully, they just don't. They just do not work together at all, which is quite unfortunate, but that's just how Keyforge works. It's there's nothing you can do about it. So the best thing you can just do is play this card for an amber and some damage, and you probably wouldn't want to purge your own cards. And if you have any of your opponent's cards in there, then yeah, you just want to leave them there. Don't wanna give your opponent his cards back, which you worked so hard on stealing away from him. Anyway, so this is the ruling on these 2 cards. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this should work differently? Let's discuss. Do you guys have a ruling you'd like me to cover in the future? Tell me in the comments below. I'm the Keyforge Corner. Hope you guys keep on forging those keys, and I will see you tomorrow.